You guys are probably wondering what this is. Well, let me tell you. This is a coffee frother. So you pour your cappuccino and you want to get that nice foam on top. This baby will foam the crap out of your cappuccino. So what I did, I ordered this off Amazon and I kind of took a chance on it. And it turns out when you pull this off, the little frothy thing, I can take my paint mixing thing from my Badger Airbrush crappy paint mixer that barely works, and this fits right on the shaft of this coffee frother nicely. And guess what? We got a brand new mixer, and this thing's got a real nice button. Click on, click off. It's got a nice cover for discreet travel. Anyways, on with today's video. What we are doing is we're gonna do a Beetle. Custom Volkswagen. I got 3 to choose from. The Beetle I have in mind, I plan to do an enamel on because it just goes with my plan. So through the process of elimination, this one's missing its headlights, and the headlights are actually connected to the base. So this base is screwed, never to be used again, but it's got a decent body, decent engine, decent glass. We got this black one, melted engine, melted glass, decent base, it's got headlights. And we got our orange one, nice engine, nice headlights, nice glass, decent body, really nice base. So this guy is prime condition to be a nice Redline restoration, so I'm not touching him. So what my plan is to use these two to make one good one. Since neither of them are good alone, I'm going to take them both apart and I'll see if I can find replacement windshield. I'm pretty sure I have spare engines, but finding this glass with the sunroof might be a problem. So for now, I'm going to take apart both of these and make one good custom, and I think you guys are going to love it. So that's what we're doing today. Did I mention this one's got a cut axle? Someone snipped it off. What a bunch of jerks. I'm going to go ahead and drill out this little guy here. A lot of guys have been asking, why is there only a one-seater in there? Well, it's because this Bug is supposed to be kind of a race car, right? Kind of a single-seater dragster. So yeah, unfortunately our base is missing headlights, so this is no good to me unless we need an axle. It's going to be going in the parts bin. This body's good, interior's good, glass is exceptional, and our motor's in good shape. So all this stuff, perfectly fine. So I gotta take apart Beetle number 2. This little guy. Oh. Has it been drilled already? What's going on there? Or is it just a little teeny little mushy? Oh, it's just a teeny little mushy. My bad. Get a little marker on there. Little pilot hole. And we'll hit it with our 1/8 of an inch drill bit. Just want to remove the mushy. Here. Perfect. So there we go. That's what our base is supposed to look like. This is one we took apart. Some evil child took a stick and busted them headlights off of this one. So this is going in the parts bin. This is going in the parts bin. That's a nice body for something down the road. It's nice interior. We might actually use this one instead. It's a little bit different shade, so I think I'm going to use the lighter one. Very cool. This glass, somebody melted with probably a magnifying glass, but we got a good sunroof. So that can go in the parts bin as well. And our motor's been melted again. That's going in the junk. So we got all our parts we need. And since we're here, I'm going to go ahead and cut these wheels off, because we're not using them. I don't like old wheels. I want nice, crispy, clean wheels. There. So that's base, mild oxidation. We'll be able to do our soak on that and clean that up real nice. But for now, we need to work on this here body, and I got to get this painted so we can finish this bad boy off tomorrow. The more I look on eBay, the more I see what a good deal that my initial Redline purchase was. I can't find another deal like that. I'm not even scared to spend money on these things, but everything is just crazy overpriced right now. And it's really bumming me out. Oh, that came off quick. That escalated quickly. That was the easiest paint I've ever had to remove. Wow. Like nothing. Cool. Well, this is about done, so I'm going to go give this a rinse, and I will come right back. You know the drill. Here's our body. Got a little something there. Let's clean that off. Pretty decent little bug, actually. Nice and clean. Even though we're going to do an enamel paint job on this, keep in mind, it can always be redone to Spectraflame, so don't worry about that. It can always be redone. Since we got it apart, no big deal. Check this out. I put our base in the lime out solution for about 4 minutes, like I usually do. I've been doing this pretty regularly on the channel, and it helps eat up all the oxidation. And then I just come out and I clean this with a brass brush, and it's as good as new. Like legitimately as good as new. So that's probably one of my top products at the moment. The old lime out seems to do a real good job. Nothing wrong with this. So first thing we got to do here is we got to sand. Even though this car's got a pretty decent zinc, we got to make sure we smooth it out so it's going to accept paint well. And for that, we need to sand. We just want to knock down all the high spots so that nothing shows through our paint. That's a perfect example here. These two dark spots, what happens when you have some paint missing from your car, how quick the zinc actually oxidizes. Leaves a nice pattern there. So it was imperative that we get some new paint on this car to stop its demise. Well, honestly, since we're going full up enamel, that's probably all I'm going to do. A nice clean 800 grit. But I'm going to give it one more wash, and then we should be able to paint this bad boy, and we'll go from there. I've only sanded this aggressively with 800 and a little bit of 400 behind the scenes, just a little bit under here near the happy face, because I just wanted to make sure to get most of the pitting out of here. This car is actually in really good shape. However, we're still going to go ahead with the plan, and it's going to be cool. You guys need to trust me. This is going to be something that I don't think anybody else has done. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to do some paint on here. But first, I need to just finish drilling out this post. It's kind of drilled out a little bit, but I just need to make it a little bit deeper to make sure I can get a screw in there. Piece of cake. Alright, by now some of you guys are probably picking up on my evil plan. That's fine, that's fine. Using a Redline Shop enamel. Really easy. A little bit of hardener. Now let's try out this new power tool of mine. See how this works. It's my greatest invention. So good. Paint's mixed. Just gotta reassemble the airbrush here. Pretty hard to mess up a white paint job. Anyone should be able to do this. No problems. Easy. Easy. Here's our little Beetle. It's pretty nice. Hard to see how nice it is because it's so bright, but pretty smooth. I am going to give it a little bit of a wet sand just because it is going to be getting clear coated. You can see it's pretty nice already, so I'm going to be real gentle about it. I'm going to be using a worn out 3000 grit. And I'm just going to go by feel here. You can tell when you hit something that's kind of rough, you can feel it. Now this paint job is almost perfect, so I just want to do my due diligence to make sure that it's as nice as it can be. To be honest, I realized I barely even touched it, but that's just because I wasn't feeling anything. She's just too smooth. So I'm guessing some of you guys probably figured out what we're doing here. We're gonna make a muscle Herbie, and it's gonna be awesome. However, I'm not gonna be modifying the casting or anything, so this can always be reverted back to a regular Spectraflame car. You know, we took care of the zinc, it's in nice shape, and now the zinc is protected for when I'm retired and I'm tired of looking at this Herbie. I can change it back to a Spectraflame in like half an hour. Today we're going to use a little bit of Tamiya Mark Fit to help with our decal applications. I tested out 3 products. This is one of them. And the only problem I had with this stuff is it seemed to want to just bubble up. Doesn't really coat like you would expect. And it kind of, I thought maybe it was the gloss on my paint or something, but I don't know, it's just kind of what it does. But at the end you get a really nice result. First line of our Beetle. Of our Herbie. If I can. It was really tough to get it how I wanted it. Very tough to get it how I wanted it. The thing I like about this product is it dries completely residue free. It's hard for you guys to see, but it doesn't really want to even cling to the decal. It like avoids it. Repels it, but I'm hoping it'll just do its thing and soak in there. Do what it needs to do, but once it dries crystal clear, you don't even see it, and the decal conforms to whatever you need to do. So I'd rather be using the Microsol line of products, but this is all I could get for now. That's real good. Look how well that's working. Thick ass plastic decal. I want those ones that just fold over on people against their will. George is getting angry. These things are so thick, like I don't even have to worry about them folding over. Bloop. Looks good to me, boss. Looks good to me. Oh, my whole project's ruined. It's ruined. Hopefully that dries white. Alright, so I've given this thing a significant amount of drying time, and I believe we are ready to go for a clear coat. The decals laid down pretty good, and you know what? I can barely even feel them. So this should be a lot better than our last project. Yeah, it's flat. So our Mark Fit did a good job. I realized I was using this kind of sporadically throughout the project as well, just because it seemed to want to stick better. This stuff, I don't know, it's kind of beating up on me, but this is probably the product that was really helping soften all the decals, and it's crazy how smooth that is already. So I'm ready to get this bad boy clear coated, and then from there we'll be able to do a wet sand and a polish, and it is going to look amazing. So let's do it. We're going to give our Redline shop clear coat another shot here. I'm just going to reduce the hell out of it. I'll probably start off with a 50-50 mix just to see how it looks. So this stuff is supposed to be 5-to-1 ratio, clear coat to hardener. Last time I did that, it was way too thick. So I added 5 parts clear, 5 parts reducer, 1 part hardener. And we're going to try that out. Just to really lock down all those little folds I did in our decals. All I can say is, oh my god. Alright, so we're just about ready to put this back together. There's a couple things I gotta do here. I thought that axle was bent, maybe it's not. We've already cleaned up this base, so this looks real good. I might as well just throw some... Might as well just put some wheels on here. There we go. Just like that. So our engine needs a little bit of work. Since these are kind of tricky to put in, and this one's got a little broken tab, just going to give this a drop of super glue here. And I'm going to attach it to the interior. It should help with the installation since this one's kind of broken anyways. And get it to stay. You know what? Screw it. Forget that broken motor. We're going with the new one. It's gonna be sweet. This glass. There's a couple marks on this side, so I want to give this Meguiar's another try, I think. But I'm gonna put it on the Dremel this time. Just want to see what this stuff can do. Might have cleaned it up a little bit. I don't think it's a better product than just a regular rubbing compound for this, but it's definitely got kind of a shiny aspect or a shiny component. I don't know, it's not really a miracle product, but alright, I'm ready. Aftermarket engine lines up really nice. Headlights first. And just one little screw to hold this all together. Now I know some of you guys are going to be of the opinion that you're not supposed to like this because it is a Redline where the paint's been heavily modded into a muscle Herbie. But I think it's super cool. Really nice. It's going to be a little bit tricky to see the shine on this thing, but I guarantee it is 100% flawless. You can't feel any of those decals. I think everything came out really good on this car. It's going to be one of my favorites. As you know, it can always be reverted back to a regular Redline Beetle without too much more trouble than a paint job. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this car. I'm glad I got some more experience working on some decals, and they're only going to get better from here, guys. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.